All right, all right, all right. It is reviews and news, and I am Kendell Lenice, and it is 1 a.m. So technically, this would be March 5th, 1 a.m. But I went to the concert March 4th. It started at 10:30 a.m. All right, so what concert am I talking about? And I said concert. So it was like a comedy show, a comedy concert, whatever you want to call it, at the Baltimore Comedy Club. In where? Baltimore, Maryland. Who did I see? Tommy Davidson. All right. So I just wanted to quickly do a reviews and news on the show. So again, went to the 10:30 show. You know how it is with a comedy club. I didn't feel like getting dressed. I got on jeans and I put on a little fur jacket, vest, sort of thing. All right, so I went to the comedy show with my daughters, and it was cool. It was my youngest daughter's first time at a comedy club where she can get in and all of that good stuff. So they had a local comedian come on first. Oh, I can't think of her name. And then they had Alabama. So if you've gone to Baltimore's comedy club, then you know Alabama. He's a staple in-house comedian, and he's typically funnier than the featured acts that come through. All right, so Tommy Davidson came on, and you just instantly start laughing and smiling when Tommy Davidson comes on because it's Tommy Davidson, right? Tommy Davidson. It is 1 a.m., y'all. I told y'all in advance, but Tommy is just funny. And everybody, my daughters love Tommy Davidson because of Varnell Hill on Martin, which was 30 years ago. That Hollywood swinging episode, where it's a part one, part two, and him and Martin were really in WZUP laughing. We thought that they were ad-libbing and they were trying to hold back the laughters as they were cutting up two brown-skinned, skinny boys from the DC area. And then remember, they went to Hollywood. And y'all remember the episode on Martin when they went to Hollywood and the Hollywood swinging, and Varnell promised Martin that he could be on the show. And then Jodeci was on the show. And y'all remember I did my last review with New Edition and Jodeci, the concert last weekend. So we were talking about Tommy Davidson, then him with Jodeci and all of that. And then now, fast forward a week, and we went to go see Tommy Davidson. I love him in Woo. I love that movie with him and Jada, and everything else. Living Color. We can go on a Joanna Man. Somebody was yelling out booty call, and just funny. So he's naturally funny. So he came out and he just started geeking like for probably an hour, probably the whole set. He was on there for a couple of hours, and he was just talking to everybody in the audience. And if you've been to Baltimore's comedy club, everything, like we were like right there. We were on that floor. So you can see the comedy club stage is right there, and then the people are right there. So he just was talking. And y'all know that's the funniest way. Y'all remember when they used to do it on Def Comedy Jam back in the day, if you're old enough to remember that. But that was the funny thing. So he didn't even have a per se stand-up routine. He was just freestyling and ad-libbing, and it was a 10:30 show. And everybody was like, the 10:30 show is the side pieces and the and all the people, all the young people, or the people that are doing this and that and all of that. He said the scammers and all of that. That's who's here for the 10:30 show. That's what Alabama was saying. But Tommy came on, and I'm not sure how his routine went for the show before us, because it was an 8:30 show. So I'm not sure how that show was set up, if he had an actual routine, or throughout this comedy tour, if he has an actual routine. But he didn't have a routine with us. He just was talking to everyone. So if you've gone to the 8:30 show in Baltimore, or throughout this tour with Tommy Davidson, leave the comment here. Let me know what he was talking about, or if he was doing the same thing. And even in the rest of the shows for Baltimore's run. Let me know if he's just wilding out or if he actually has a routine. So he's just talking to everybody in the audience. And of course, it was funny because he's silly and he's naturally funny. It's like you're around your funny friend and they're just cutting up and busting on people. That's what he was doing, and just having conversations with people. And I love comedians who do that and then circle back around to what he said to that person, and everybody in the room knows the joke. A couple came in way late, and of course, everybody knows when you're in a comedy club and somebody comes in way late, everybody's looking at them, and the comedian is going to say something to you. They don't care what's going on, they're going to say something to you. So it was a running joke with a couple of people in the audience. But he was great. He had on a pair of gray sweatpants, some sneakers, and like a couple of shirts. So he came out, he took one shirt off, then he took the other shirt off, and then he pretended to get ready to take the last t-shirt off, a black t-shirt, and then he lifted up and was dancing. You know it's Tommy Davidson, so it's not like what is the mic, the magic mic or nothing like that. It was Tommy Davidson. And that's what he did for 2 hours. The show started at 10:30. It had a local comedian, then the local in-house comedian, and then Tommy Davidson. I meant to look at my watch or phone to find out what time he actually started, but I know it went on for some time. Like I said, it's 1 a.m. right now. But it was a great time. Best time, of course, being with my daughters at the comedy show. And I always look engaged to see, and they were cracking up. Everybody was cracking up. This girl right next to me, she just was cracking up. And then, of course, he got to do the comedy with the white people and the black people. And he was talking about the Karens and how they stick up for black people. Like, Laquan has been in this line for this is such long, and her baby hasn't eaten. You know, he was doing that kind of thing. And he was doing his Obama impression. And he was talking about black women, how we don't play. And he was talking about just everything in the audience. I can't even really tell you everything he was talking about because it was just on the fly. And the girl next to us said, Tommy Davidson is way better than B. Simone was. And my daughters was like, B. Simone wasn't even born when Tommy Davidson. He ain't new to this. He's true to this. He's been doing this thing for quite some time. Think about the episode of Martin we're talking about. That came in 1992. It is actually 2022 right now. And people are still talking about that. And towards the end, they were like, booty call. And somebody said Varnell Hill. And that's what my kids were living for. And he did the whole little Varnell Hill and did you miss me? And everybody was, happy about that. But I was sitting there thinking, I was like, Martin, a show that he did with another brother, that's one of his most famous lines and characters, Varnell Hill. They always talk about when he does the Sammy Davis Jr., who can make Varnell Hill can, all of that. Like, that is one of his famous characters that everybody still talks about and still sings. And that was in 1992, y'all. So when you think about Tommy Davidson, what do you think about in Living Color? Do you think about Joanna Man? Do you think about Woo? Do y'all like Woo with Jade? I was talking about that earlier on my show. He was like a leading man. And I remember him saying that Will stepped to him like, yo, that's my wife, watch yourself type thing. I said, dang, with Tommy Davidson? But he was good. And I got a chance to take a picture with him afterwards. Maybe I'll post it to social media. I think I posted it to Facebook. So we're watching from YouTube Live and Facebook Live. And we are all the way live in the morning. I'm tired. Tomorrow is a special day for me. So I'm going to take a shower, go to sleep, and wake up and do that. But I wanted to make sure I touch base with you all about this Tommy Davidson show. So he's here all week. So if you're in the Baltimore area and you want to see Tommy Davidson, I don't know if the tickets are still available. I'm sure they probably are because there's several shows throughout the rest of the weekend. And again, let me know if you've seen him, if you're going to see him, and what the show was like when you went. Because I don't know, through this tour, y'all, I don't know if, and I'm going to get on out of here and leave y'all be, go to sleep and all that. I don't know if y'all watching it on social media, but hi to everyone who is watching live. And if you watch the playback, hello to you as well. But I'm not sure if he has a theme for this tour. He was like, I'm 58. Like, I know what I know. And he was just talking about the different things that he knows and bugging out on people and laughing. And I don't know. I don't know if y'all like this, but I love the fact that you ever, when comedians are telling jokes and they're laughing at their own jokes, is that sometimes that gets on people's nerves, but it's funny to me because it makes you laugh more. And laughter is the best medicine. So it didn't even matter to me. And the tickets, y'all, they were only $25. That's it. They were only $25. And then they had other tickets that were $35. But we got the $25 seats and we were sitting right at the stage. So I'm not sure what the $35 seats did, the preferred seating, but we were right at the stage. So if you're thinking about going and you want to get the $35 tickets, be my guest if you want to spend a little extra. But there was really no need, because the way the Comedy Factory is set up is you go in and you seat yourself. And a lot of people ain't trying to be near the stage because they don't want to get joked on. So they sit up top. But you come in, you give your ticket, and you can sit wherever you want to sit. So pay the $25. And if he's coming to a town near you, I don't know how that comedy factory or store or comedy club is set up. So don't say Kendell and Lenice said, let me get the $25 tickets, because I can see from anywhere. I'm talking about in Baltimore at the Baltimore Comedy Factory. I'm not sure how it is going to be where you are. But it was a good night. I laughed. My daughters laughed. Everybody, the sound of laughter is it brings you joy. The sound of laughter, when someone else laughs, does that make you laugh too? Because that's what it does. So night well had. Tommy Davidson, I'm glad I got a chance to see him. Been watching him for years. And I was trying to think, because I've seen a lot of comedians. I was like, have I ever seen Tommy Davidson? And I think I saw him with a group of comedians before, years ago. And I was like trying to think, well, what state was it and who else were the comedians? But he was there doing his thing. He didn't get dressed up for us. He was kicking it. I don't know how it was. It was the late show. So at the late show, you could just kind of go a little over. You don't have another show that that you need to start right away, and the time may not be as sensitive on the last show than it is. So 8:30 show, you got to do the show, and other people are coming in at 10:30. So there's no wiggle room. So he probably went a little extra long with us because it was the end of the night and he could keep going. There was no time restraint. I'm not sure if he had to get out of the comedy club at a certain time. All right, I'm going to get on out of here. I just wanted to review Tommy Davidson's comedy show tonight in Baltimore. 3/4/22 carried on over to 3/5/22. Again, let me know if you are going to the show and if you've gone to the show. And Tommy Davidson, what is your favorite Tommy Davidson movie? And when did you start liking Tommy Davidson? And do you even like Tommy Davidson? Because if he's coming to a comedy club near you, then you might want to go. All right, y'all, I'm out. Look at my eyes. It's time for me to get on out of here. I said, let me just come on right now, do this review, and be out. So this is Kendell and Lenice for reviews and news. Tommy Davidson in Baltimore, Maryland this weekend. Get your tickets if you are interested in laughing, because you're going to laugh. If it's scripted or unscripted, you're going to laugh. And laughter is good for the soul. Peace, y'all. God bless. It's reviews and news.